In the last lecture, we added pest information. So now you can see that we can display the pests. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that this looks much nicer. Right now in the pest list screen, as you can see, we are simply displaying the text, which is pest.name. The other thing to find out over here is also that in the preview, it doesn't really work. See that? In the preview, we're just passing an empty thing over here because we don't have anything to pass. So let's go to the preview data. Now the preview data is going to give you the vegetables, all the array of vegetables. And we already have implemented some code in our vegetable tab bar screen that is going to take those vegetables and going to extract out an array of pests and return it to you. So maybe we can utilize this. So let me go ahead and copy this. Let's go to the preview data. Okay. So in the preview data, I can say static function load pests. Just like load vegetables, but in this case, it will be load pests. Now, for this to work, we do need vegetables, which is fine because we can actually go ahead and load vegetables by simply calling load vegetables. Perfect. Once we get the vegetables, we can use the same exact code again, and this is going to return an array of pests. So now we can use load pests in our application. Let's go to the pest list screen, and over here I'm just going to go ahead and say preview data dot load pests, and this hopefully is going to give me a list or an array of pests that we can display. Okay, something is going wrong. Let's see over here. Unable to find a container with entity vegetable. Okay, so that's interesting because this is giving us some issues. All right, let's go to the pest information over here. Okay, so we have pest, we have a vegetable, we are going to load the data. Now, in this case, we'll have to see that where is it messing up. I mean, I'm sure that it is able to get the vegetables, but after that, where it is messing up. But before we do that, I want to talk about and show you azamsharp.school. Azamsharp.school contains one of the largest catalog for iOS development videos. Now, simply go ahead and check out the courses. Any course that you can imagine about iOS development is available on azamsharp.school. We have a course on skip fundamentals. You can build native iOS and Android applications. AI for iOS developers, even full stack e-commerce application with Stripe integration. What about SwiftUI architecture course, Superbase course, and you have full stack development with Vapor, SwiftData, core data, testing, reactive programming with Combine, test-driven development, MapKit, reality, fundamentals, machine learning, and so much more. So check out azamsharp.school for insanely good courses and also live workshops. Thank you so much. And now let's go back to the video. So if you look at the error, it is saying something about the fatal error in persistent model. And the reason is that it is unable to find a container with entity vegetable. So it's looking for the model container and we are not injecting it. So let's go ahead and inject it, and we're going to use traits and we're going to pass sample data. So this is going to initialize model container, and the reason that we need that is because vegetable as well as pest, they are all models. See that? Models. So that's why we need that. Okay, let's go back. So now we are able to display a list of vegetables coming from the JSON file. We should be able to make it better. And it's completely up to you that how you want to use that approach. What I'm going to do is what we have done for all the other views. I'm going to go ahead and create a separate view, and we'll call it PestCellView. And PestCellView will be responsible for displaying a single pest. Pest, pest. All right. Once again, in the PestCellView, now I have a dependency on the pest, so we'll have to do that. We'll say PreviewData dot load pest, and then we'll select the first one. And since once again we have to pass in the traits as sample data. Okay, even though we're loading it from a JSON file, we still need to do that because they are decorated with the model macro. Okay, so we got the pest. Let's see that how we can improve it. Now, the design will be insanely similar. I would say it will be literally a copy of what we did before for displaying a vegetable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make sure that we can get access to that, and I can just paste it and we can talk about it. All right. So let me actually go ahead and paste it over here. Oops. Sometimes it just takes a while to paste this information for some reason. Okay. Just give me a minute. There we go. Let's paste it over here, and then we can go over it. What are different things over here? Okay. Oh yeah, it looks pretty nice. Cabbage maggots. See that? So that looks pretty good. And we can now use this in our pest list screen. So if I go back to my pest list screen, I can go ahead and display the pest. So I can say pest cell view, passing in the pest. Oh yeah, it looks pretty nice. Let's go ahead and give it some sort of a list style. We can just say plain in this case. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and wrap this up with a navigation stack. Oops. There we go. And if you need a navigation title, you can actually add that. Just go ahead and say navigation title and then say pest. Okay, that looks pretty good. There's one pest, white flies, it's not coming up. Was there some other ones also not coming up? Okay, that's interesting. Maybe we don't have the correct URL for those things, but we can figure it out. I think it might be just the URL may not be pointing to something over here. All right, but don't worry too much about it. We'll fix those things. All right, go ahead and do it again. Maybe this URL is broken or something. All right. Okay, so this is a good start. We can display all the pest information. Now, in the next lecture, we'll be learning about how to show pest details. All right, so stay tuned for that.